What it is, 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 what it is. It's Presso the God, aka Loaf to the motherfucking bread.
And I'm potato bread peas, aka Idaho peas. It might just almost was some catastrophe just now. You couldn't get it out. But again, I'm potato bread peas.
Yeah, man.
aka Idaho.
That's the bread talk show, man.
Shit, I was hoping. I said, damn, no CPR that was here today.
Nah, my computers was cute right there. Transmission slipping.
Yeah, that's what it is. I said, God
I
damn.
get my fluids checked. My fluids go all over
I need to tune up, nigga.
I ain't afraid of it. I ain't everybody deserve that. What it is, man? What's going on?
Ain't nothing, man. I'm just doing a little
world.
I'm just doing a little solidarity. One game blowout. My Cowboys.
Yeah, man. Yeah, yo, come on, man.
And enough respect to the veterans.
I know we gonna bounce back.
My fatigue on
Shout out to the veterans. Shout out to my bro. He a veteran. My brother a veteran.
Salute to the bro, veterans, all veterans that serve this country.
Thank you.
God bless y'all, and thank y'all for your services.
Thank you, man. Keeping us safe, man.
Appreciate y'all services.
Keeping us safe in them countries, man. Thank you. Appreciate it, man. Shit. Take a lot to do that.
Yeah, it take a whole lot to get to it.
Yeah, but you know, it's happening in sports. So yeah, we took a little loss. Cowboys took a little loss. No rest in peace to us, but we took a little loss.
Nah, ain't no rest in peace.
You know what I'm saying? The Brooklyn Nets is balling. We trying to gel, baby. We doing some numbers. You know what I'm saying? Lakers is getting some wins under their belt. Yeah, they getting some wins under their belt. The Knicks, I mean, they lost a few, but they trying.
Shout out to my New York Knicks.
Bad shout out to the Knicks.
Randall, y'all keep balling.
No rest in peace.
D-Rose keep getting to it.
D-Rose.
Let me give you your flowers, Rose. While you here, get to it, bro.
It wasn't for him. Y'all be in trouble.
It's a collective bargaining agreement.
Ah, man.
Teamwork make the dream work.
Well, how that week, man? I know for me it was the same gravy warmed over. Shout out to Snake.
Snake, you already know what it is, bro.
Shout out to Rugby Rob. It's free 99.
Rugby Rob, salute to you, bro.
I swear he made that, but collectively, it's free 99. It don't cost you a thing for y'all to hit that button
all day
and tap into the show, man. Subscribe.
Rugby.
You know what I mean?
Real shit.
Yeah, man. Y'all see what I'm about to jump into the
and salute
smoke.
to my brother, man. His birthday was the other day, man. November 9th, man. Salute to the Beam and many more, man. Hope
shout out, Beam. Shout out. Yeah. On, Scorpio season. Shout out to my bro. His birthday is the 3rd.
Salute, bro.
You know what I mean?
Scorpio
Phase
season.
lover.
All day, man.
Shout out to Phase lover.
I don't know if y'all saying why this nigga leaning. I'm on my lean man shit right now.
Shout out to all the Scorpios, man.
Yeah. All the Scorpios.
It's a lot of y'all, man.
It's a whole bunch of y'all motherfuckers. It's like a slew of rats running around, like, you know, piling y'all niggas. It's just like, can't get rid of y'all. Y'all just here. Y'all, and y'all keep multiplying too, because the shit just keep coming. Every time you turn around, there's a Scorpio. Salute, Zeke. My brother Zeke birthday coming up, 21st. Salute to you, man. 21st birthday coming up. Salute, Zeke. You know what it is.
Sure.
Stop that paparazzi shit you want, man. I saw that picture you took of me with eating my kielbasa, man. Stop, man. But it's okay. We gonna get back to that later, man. But yo, salute to you, man. Early for your birthday, man.
Early shout out to Zico.
You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about?
Just made you famous, Zeke.
know what I'm talking about?
Made you famous, nigga.
Word of love. Real shit. But yeah, man. At the end of the day, man, the week was good overall, man. It was the same shit. Getting to it, man. It was crazy this week because, you know, I actually, I'm gonna keep it up. I forgot it was Veterans Day because between the last
this week?
Like this last week to this week, it was like I don't know if it was a gridlock shit, man, because traffic was fucking bananas, man.
Yeah, they clapped something. The police clapped something on the order. But for all the people from New York, you know, we got the Belt Parkway. They clap police clapping on the belt. Fucked everything up. Traffic is bumper to bumper out there, motherfucker.
When you see that on the highway, man, that shit had to be crazy. I don't know the full story.
I don't know those stories.
But I know somebody
I don't know who was right. Somebody got plugged. Somebody to plug right now.
Yeah, somebody was leaking on that Johnson James.
Shout out to Cam Newton. I heard he got picked up.
Yeah, little Carolina man, Johnson James.
He went back home.
Hopefully his attitude will stay better. His attitude is a little crazy.
Got the check.
You know, Superman found his kryptonite the last couple of months.
Show me the money. Tell him, Cam, show me the money.
Cam, man, I'll let the Bread Talk show, man. You know, we support you all day, man. Salute to you, man.
We Yeah, man. Shit. We gonna jump into this pain. We ain't wasting no time today,
well,
man.
he ain't wasting no
We
time.
got a few things to talk about. So.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Ain't about nothing.
I'll crack this little bit of pain. Pain been giving me pain lately, so don't be surprised, Red
Give
Talk
me 1
Show,
second, Red
that
Talk.
we change the alcohol up a little bit. But this pain been giving me pain. They said champagne for the pain, but pain been giving me more pain.
Yeah,
I might start switching it up. You know what I'm saying? I might start bringing out some nice tequila. You know?
ain't nothing wrong with that.
Bring out some tequila for y'all. Y'all tell me what tequila is good to bring out.
Yeah, I got something right here.
Now I don't want to hear the typical Casamigo shit. Oh,
Yeah.
there we go.
I let him get a head start because you know how Potato do.
There I go.
Potato just crack and flip. You know what I'm talking about?
Cheers to y'all. All right, so we gonna get right to it, man. No hesitation, no bullshit, nothing, man. Let's jump into it, man. So we go, the same day in the seasoning and the stirring in the seasoning, you know what I'm saying? Whipping it. All right, we gonna talk about change. Change. Ooh, let's talk about change, people. And change is a broad topic, so we gonna have to dance a little bit with this one. Well, we gonna talk about change. And changing yourself, changing things around you. Changing could cause people to go separate ways. Friends could go separate ways due to change. The circumstance is a big part of change. So what you got to talk about, Potato? Let's talk about this change, man. Let's get this shit going.
Well, change is something that a lot of times it seems to me, being around, getting to it, and being around work environments and corporate worlds and all that. Sometimes change is hard to adjust because reinventing the wheel sometimes become part of understanding change, but not necessarily meaning that reinventing the wheel means that certain things has to change. Change should always come about when certain obstacles come your way. You might have to make a change. Certain situations abrupt, you might have to make a change. Certain things come your way that might have been working at one end but stop working on another end, so you have to make a change. It's sort of equivalent to like a sports. I think a sports analogy. A coordinator calls a play in football, right? The quarterback get the play. He goes in the huddle. He calls the play. He stands on the line. He looks at the line. He see the defense make a move. He calls an audible, which is change. So all of the players that's on the field got to adjust to that change because he just called the audible for change. Because I see something that ain't working, so I got to make a change.
What happens when the players don't want to
adapt to the change?
Yeah, because that might say I was getting ready to get the ball. You called audible. I ain't get too many touches all game. Now you adjusted because you for the better of the team and things, the circumstances, you had to adjust.
Right.
But me being stubborn, I might be stubborn. Like I don't want to just now. I'm not getting the ball again.
Right. So
you
might not block. You might not block.
Right,
you might
right.
say fuck out of here.
So then that means you got to clip the people that's not willing to adjust to the changes that need to be made.
Basically.
So.
Because that could have been something that cost the chip.
Right.
What if it's a Super Bowl and that's the play of the game?
So that means keep your sisters out. Because you might have to clip things that's not agreeing with change in life. Like they say, LB. They might say, LB, yo, man, where you at? So now I'm running and getting to it. Man, so you always busy, yeah? Yeah, I'm not the same B from before. It had to change because my lifestyle changed. So I had to make changes and adjustments. So I got to get to the bag because things got to get taken care of. Things got to get paid for. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like Biggie, more money, more problems to an extent. You can't like what Ho say. I don't rap, and I don't get money to stay the same. You got to change. It's about changing. Man. You got listen, man. With growth and time in life, you change, and some people can't adapt to it because they want to stay in the same pocket.
Yep.
And that's people that's comfortable.
And I was listening to Shayla on the radio. Salute to Shayla, man. I listen to every day with WBLS, Shayla. And she was talking about something similar to change. She was saying something like, you can have people that's stuck in their ways, and they never took the time to step back and look at themselves. So I might tell you, like, I might say, oh, God bless old Doug. Listen, man, you know, certain shit you do affect the show. You know what I'm saying? Or something. I'm just giving an example. And you be like, well, you know, da 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 da. But then you sit there and say, well, you know what? What happens when you do that? What happens when you make a decision to do X, Y, and Z? I said, well, nah, bro. Like, I made an adjustment for the adjustment. You might not see it as an adjustment because in your mind, you looking at that from your rear view and your low lenses, because your change.
So,
your change might not be equivalent to what I'm saying change should be. So I might say, yo, bro, you know, that's not cool, man. You gotta look at things this way. You might be like, nah, bro, I don't see it that way. You know what I'm saying? But I might say, well, I made a sacrifice for how I see things, so I can make a clear view to what we doing or whatever. Now, mind you, Pret Talk World, I'm giving an example. I'm not giving verbatim. So it's just an example of what I mean by with the change thing. So I feel change come with effort. I feel change come with looking at yourself along with
in certain situations.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, does that particular change make sense? You know what I'm saying? How does that change affect or better situations?
Right, but change is only going to be effective in certain situations. Not all situations, but certain situations, change is only good. Change is only effective with communication. Because in certain situations, you might have to communicate that change. Sometimes you can, in certain situations, you can't do an abrupt change and think everybody's going to buy into it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's like we talk about sports and the coach coming in, he changed the whole system. But if he come in there and say, yo, listen, I'm a new coach, I know what y'all used to do, but I'm coming here with a new format, and collectively, I think we'll get on board with it, but I'm letting y'all know, like, we're going to try to change things up a little. He had a conversation. He communicated with the players.
Right.
He didn't just come in there and say, yo, we doing this starting tomorrow.
Right.
See, because you get resistance with change because they don't understand where the change is coming from.
Right.
But everybody's not granted that explanation. Some people you be like, I'll go fuck you like it or not, nigga. This what I'm changing. Change is what it is. Right. This is what I'm doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But in certain, you know, that's even like relationships and all that. You might start changing a certain way, and your partner might notice it. Like, you doing this now. Like, change brings on uncomfortability to you. You're not comfortable no more because you comfortable in the person, right?
And
you comfortable.
You're accustomed to the norm.
Right.
Whatever the norm is. Whatever
so
that
you're
norm
comfortable with how that person's
right.
moving all the
right.
time.
Right.
But in that person mind, they might not be comfortable moving that way. They want to change.
So let me ask you a question.
So it should be some communication without argument.
Right. So let me ask you a question though. Do you think, and this is a question, general question, in Pret Talk World, y'all can, like I always say, y'all leave comments and speak on what we ask. Speak on it. I ask y'all all the time. Comment on that. I'm not worried about what you say, how you say it, the negative, the positive. Say your piece. Say what you feel.
That's your God-given right.
So when you say, do you think change comes with, like, adjusting the change? Do you think it's an age thing? Do you think it's a maturity thing? Do you think it's a individual thing? Or you think change should just automatically be grasped because it's something new? Like,
for the person that's changed or the person that's being affected by the change? Well,
if I'm making a change and you have a different look at the change that's being put to you, you might not be able to adjust to the change because
right.
it might not fit for you because that's not what you. But I'm saying, do you think it takes maturity? Do you think it takes being open-minded? Do you think it takes that's part of like being a team?
I think,
like, you know what? Let me read into what he's talking about.
I think it takes maturity. I think it takes maturity, understanding, and communication. I don't think it's an age thing. Like, for example, we use examples with us like this is things that's never happened. But if Tato come with a change or I come with a change, it comes with communication. We both voices. So we got to the table and like, yo, I got a picture that's gonna work for what we doing. I might not necessarily agree, or he might not necessarily agree with me. I'm like, yo, but I might have to, but I run my plan by him. That's communicating. Like, yo, bro, look, think about this, I might bring an angle you ain't see yet. And you might be like this, oh shit. You might bring an angle I ain't see yet. I might be like, oh shit, damn, that's a good one. But that comes with maturity, communication, understanding. And understanding meaning that we chasing the bag, we got the same goal. See, change will fuck people up if you change and you ain't got the same goal.
Right.
So that's like a relationship, right? I'm going back to relationship because like majority of people in this world is in relationships, right? So you're in a relationship, right? And say you was the type of guy that spend money. I'm just spending bread. It ain't about bread. It ain't about bread. And as you get older, your mind changes because you're like, all right, I'm getting older. I'm gonna start pulling back on just splurging with bread. It's time to tuck because we getting older. We gotta tuck this bread. But your significant other might not understand that change. To them, it look like, oh, you being cheap. Why you acting like that? You got it. Like I don't get the back. Yeah, because you might not have the same goal as me. But if I communicate, or maybe I make you understand what my goal is, you might be on board. Right. But now, if I show you that goal and you ain't on board, then we got a problem. Because now you're not thinking about. Right. You know what I'm saying? You ain't thinking about the finish line. Right. I'm looking at the finish line. Right. You talk about chilling right now. You looking at today. I'm looking like, yo, what we gonna do 5-6 years from now? We gotta get to this bag.
So that's basically like saying like, what if you felt a certain change that was needed to better a situation, but
absolutely
say the person that you presenting the change to not on board,
then it never work.
Right.
It's never gonna work. You know that. That ain't never gonna work. If you can't be open, that's another one. Change comes with understanding, communication, and maturity. But you got to be open-minded. You got to be willing to hear what it. Right, you got to be willing to hear what that person coming to. Right. Like you got to be like this, yo. All right, open your mind up, get rid of your opinions and shit, and listen. That's I think people's problem is with change too. They don't listen. See, so busy trying to get your opinion and like, oh, why? And like, nah, listen to what I'm telling you. You might want to change too. All change ain't bad. That might be a jewel. Somebody's giving you some shit. You might be sitting there like,
yeah, because you know it's funny. You know what's so funny? And Bread Talk World, I gotta say this is funny shit, but it's the thought that's crazy. And I didn't really get down to the bottom of this line yet. But I wanna bring something to y'all attention that's real. You ever notice when you go to the store and you give somebody something, or you do something, you purchase something, you do something, the first thing you ask somebody is, where my change at? Like if you give somebody some money, you be like, yo, where's my change? You want to accept change, right? Because it's your money, right? You want your change back.
Are you incorporate money into change?
It's called change, right? Where's my change? So you want your change, right? You ain't gonna say give the bread and be like keep the change. You ain't gonna say keep the change.
Yeah, work this one, cause I want to see this one. I'm like a fan right now. Look, let me change. Let me incorporate change with change.
You will never say keep the change. You gonna say I want my change. Where's my change? Even if you don't know how to count, even if you don't know what type of change you're supposed to get back. If you gave somebody a $20 bill in the supermarket and they gave you back, and it was a $5.99, and you gave them $20, you know that it's $6, right? So you want your change back.
So I'm gonna
so you didn't get there. So you tell them keep the change.
I'm gonna tell you how going we are.
You want to tell them keep change? No, you want the change.
I'm gonna tell you.
So why you can't learn to change?
Bread Talk World. I'm gonna tell you how gone we are. That we so gone. And we told y'all what gone mean, but I'm gonna tell you how gone. Gone is I could make sense of this shit that he's just sick of we gone. Because if you got a 20, and you go to the store and it changes the 20, you gotta be willing to accept the change of the 20 because you no longer got the 20. So you're willing to accept the change. So it's all like, it all correlates in life as change. So basically, that's what, am I right?
Absolutely.
Oh, I'm gone.
And you're not gonna let them keep your change.
I'm bad.
And you're not gonna let them keep your
change. But you already changed something that I'm comfortable with, and then you gave me something else, so I had to accept it. It's still part of change. You know what? I told you we gone. I tell you we gone. But I'm always gonna be here. I'm gonna be now to make the change and make it all correlate with bread because we make it change make sense. Goddamn right. Fuck wrong with y'all.
Exactly. Y'all don't get it. Y'all don't get it, right? And that's not a subliminal. And I'm keeping it a buck. This is for the whole world, retro world, the world. Understand one thing. We always speak on something that we should get back, but we can't accept what we gave to get back. Oh, where's my change? Yo, I sent you to the store, right, to get something. And you came back, you like, yo, I know how much it costs. And the first thing you say, where my change at?
I'm gone.
Right?
I'm gone.
Okay, you want your change. So why when change can't be made, why when they make change, you want your change, but when changes need to be made, you can't accept change.
So are you willing to accept change?
Yeah,
not the money shit no more.
I accept change.
Now we go back
I'm accept change.
Let's go back to the
I can accept change.
We're going back to
with
the
reasoning. With the reasoning.
Now what's the reason? It's change.
It's change, but with the reason. Like I might agree with you with your change, but you know what? I might incorporate something. A change come with a change. So we making some changes, right? But this is what we doing, but we making some changes. What you think of the changes? Most people gonna knock the change because it may not think they may think
but
it don't
benefit them. You gotta change to fit the change.
Right. So what if you feel it don't benefit you, the change? You gonna say I ain't with hey fuck you talking about I ain't doing that.
Yeah, but then that's where the scissors come out.
Right.
You gotta accept the change. But everybody, like I said, everybody shouldn't get an explanation for the change. We said that. Like everybody don't deserve an explanation. But if like I have to say, I have to use like sports and relationships because it all correlates to life. So, are you willing to accept change though? As much as we willing to change all the time, are we willing to accept the change when it comes our way?
It depends on. I'm gonna speak for me. If I know what it is that's gonna better the situation, I'm gonna pay attention to it. Cause I'm team orientated. So change might be better for the situation.
Any change mean? What if you don't benefit from the change? Maybe your support of the change is all
I
they want.
support the change all day.
Right, but you might not benefit from it. You supporting somebody else's change.
So
you know what I'm saying?
Right. So
get what I'm saying? Like I said, we always say sports and relationships, but like I said, it's all things that goes with life. If you're in a relationship, your significant other wants to change. You don't benefit from them changing. You might support, or you're not going to support. You might not get nothing out of their change.
Right.
I mean, if you don't, well, I guess you'll save arguments and headaches and fights later. So you might benefit from fights and arguments later. But what I'm saying is, even if it's a change that makes you uncomfortable, do you scratch that change, or you just be like, you know what, I'm a support that change, even though it make me feel away, or do you just throw it in the chair like, nah, I'm not doing that?
It depends on the person. It depends on who you're making that change with, or whoever you present that change to.
Maybe the change is a relationship.
Right. All right. It depends because 9 times out of 10, it depends on the situation and the person that you're with. It could be vice versa. Maybe a male, female, a person that's willing to change might say, "Fuck that change because they don't benefit me, so I'm not doing it." But in retrospect, it goes back to this, right?
Yeah,
you might do something to think that's a change, right?
But I'm asking, did you the change? You say you're not going to support it.
I didn't say that. I said
no. I'm asking. That's what I'm asking.
It depends on the situation, and it depends on what's going
to
help the better.
It's in a relationship.
If it's better, right? If it's embetterment, if it's for the embetterment of what we're doing, even if I think on the dark side of it, I might hear it out and might be open-minded to it. But if I see that it's not going to benefit what I feel we doing, I'm going to shoot it down. I'm like, nah, I'm not with it.
So we can stop change.
You can stop change if it's going to be a negative outcome. How do you know? It's always going to be the question. It might work out. You might have to give it a shot. It might work out. But then in the same spectrum, in the same retrospect, right? What if you make a change that might be good for the situation, and they shoot it down, right? Peep where I'm going with this. You come up with a change that might be better for the situation, they shoot it down. And you say, well, I think this change is good, but they shoot it down. And then they turn around in the midst of their change and do the same thing that you said that you shouldn't do, and they do it.
Oh, on the train. I got you.
So they shot your shit.
So
say that you shouldn't do
right. So
and
yeah,
then turn
I
around,
got what you're
and
saying.
when they do it,
it's cool.
It's cool. But you not what I do, but you do the same thing.
Say you ain't support my change,
right?
But you did the same exact thing. Want me to support your change,
right?
I got you.
But because I came up with it, fuck out of here. And then you turn around. It's like your significant other, your partner, your friend, will shoot you all day about what you do, but turn around and do the same exact thing and say, and it'll be a whole drawn out argument, but you did the same thing. So why that energy was different from me, but you did the same thing. So where did the change benefit the party? It was one-sided.
Right. So in change, people. Like we said, we talk to each other. We don't want to we back and forth. I mean, we do. We have conversations, but we incorporate each other in our conversations. So I'm saying, so with change. So if you're presented with change, I feel like this. I agree to an extent too. I agree, but I feel that way. Like if you bring a change to me, and it's not going to ruin the team, and we still could win, and we can still get to the chip, I'll work with your change. You know what I'm saying? But if it's a change that's going to affect and hurt what's going on, I'm not on board with it because it's going to affect. You're not looking. If you could bring that change to me, and I can see that you're not looking at the big picture, I'm gonna bring some examples of the big picture and be like, did you think about this? Think about that. It's not to not support your change. It's just show you are you really thinking this through? You might not be thinking it through.
Now, I got a question. Do you think ego plays a part in change?
Absolutely. That significant other. Once she changes the way she dressed, once she want to get because men never supposed to understand women. Women never gonna understand men. That's just life. Venus and Mars. You know what I'm saying? So if they bring a style, once they bring a dress style different, they're like, oh, I want to throw a little makeup on now. I want to wear my clothes a little bit more fitted. Because, they go through wild changes mentally. Change. Bunch of changes mentally. And then we get older. Some people don't accept getting older.
Oh, yeah.
We talk about the guy with the age. If y'all go back to episode 1.
Yeah, I think it was 1.
Yeah, the dude was scared to say his age or like some dudes not.
That was 53 episodes back.
They not willing to accept the age and the change that comes with it. So sometimes they might be like, nah, I'm this age, but I don't want to look that age. So they might. So egos will play a part in that because you be like, yo, fuck you wearing that for? Or who the fuck you wearing that for? Like why you got, you know what I'm saying? Now the jeans and the slacks is hugging, the heels is a little higher, the shirt cut a little lower.
And you know what? It's crazy.
That's part of the change. It's so do our egos fuck with us?
Absolutely. And it's in all works of life. It's like sports. Like look at Carmelo Anthony, right? Salute to Carmelo.
Hello.
He came to understand to be willing to come off the bench and still get his numbers. But in the beginning, he wasn't willing to change because his ego was, I'm not coming off the bench.
Oh, I don't want to touch your shit.
So I'm saying,
I gotta go back to something. Okay.
So it's like anything dealing with us as human beings. We all have some type of ego. We all have egos. Sometimes it's egos mixed with insecurity.
Any gender.
And on all genders. Egos, insecurities together. Put all that in the gumbo. Mix it all together. I don't want to hear this. I'm stubborn. I don't want to know nothing. This is what I feel. This is what I think. But what change is going to better the situation? What change is going to better us? It's gonna be better for us to get to the chip. Cause listen, we can correlate sports to anything we do in life. Getting to the chip is getting to whatever your goal is that you set, that you get to. Change comes in parts of that change to get to that part.
So quick. So with the change, right? I'm trying to get everybody on board with us with change. It's sad that the stereotype for men when they change, they doing something.
That's crazy.
So let's like so why when a man changes and he has thoughts in his mind to better himself, or he might see other people, or he might. This is a huge internet world. Social media, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, IG, and rather Instagram. And say you see something, you're like, man, give it up. Playboy swag is crazy. Like, or you see other but you're like, damn, I can incorporate with that in my little closet, little shit I do. And now you buy little things different. Why is it necessarily somebody sniffing behind you, or you sniffing behind something because a man wants to make a change? But in the same spectrum, when a woman makes that same change, do you agree? I'm just asking, do you agree? And they make that change, and you like, yo, your attire change, like your panty and bra catalog is different. Like your shoe game is a little different. Like your hair, like you smelling a little better. Like what's good? Oh, I'm just doing it for me. Well, the man doing, he not doing it for him. That should be part of the change. Like we do shit for ourselves. Like we do shit to make. Like we human. We want to feel better too. You agree with that, or you think it's a little change? That you think that's a little hypocritical?
No, you're right there. I agree. I think that change part of it gets twisted up because people always go with the norm. They only look at you for what you've been.
Do men get a fair shake and change?
Right. So
do the men get a fair shake and change?
Not all the time.
There we go.
But I'll tell you what. People gotta realize, and I say people mean in general, we all gotta realize when we get older, you're supposed to change. You're not supposed to stay the same.
So
because your mind elevates, especially if you're doing different things.
So let's use work. We know we on two sides of the game. We're not gonna get into too much of it, but we on two sides of the game. Meaning us collectively is on the other side of the game for management and all that, right? And we be like, damn, they went to management, they supervisor, they gonna drink the Kool-Aid. Should we accept they changed, or did they drink the Kool-Aid?
You're gonna say they drink the Kool-Aid because you know who the person is. So you're gonna say they drink the Kool-Aid.
Right.
But they had to make a change and adapt to what side they're on.
Right, so they are wrong, or we give them a little blah for that?
Nah, they're not wrong. You just gotta adapt to their change, but then they gotta take what comes with that change.
Absolutely. There you go.
So if you pick that
That's
side, and that's what side you chose.
Now we cooking.
Now you just gotta take. You gotta accept my change now.
Too. Nah, I gotta change.
Right,
I gotta change up.
No, you gotta change up. Now if your shots is the shot, you took that road.
Right.
So you
gotta expect what's gonna come with it.
Right.
Okay.
So if I turn my back, if I say, yo, go, you know what? If I said that I normally would rock with you a certain time of day, but I stopped rocking with you, you saw the change. What brought that change is either two things. Either I decided to go to another side of change,
you got it.
Or I made a change for myself to better. For the betterment of what I was doing
that's like,
for my life.
Right, sports. That's like LeBron. When he went to Miami, he played Cleveland. He loved Cleveland, but I changed sides. I got to play for that team. All right, so when I foul you hard, don't get mad.
Right, because you
let you on another squad. I got to treat you like I'm a treat.
We could have been mad.
Now we can eat dinner after the game.
But I got to win.
I got to do my job.
I got to win.
Right.
If my change is not being accepted, for whatever your selfish reason is, then I gotta accept it, and I have to continue doing what I'm doing because that change was warranted.
There's always a parking lot, but
yeah. Well, listen, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And the correlate that in relationships is that you don't have to always agree with your significant other on my change, but you could be open-minded to my change. But how is that change gonna be an embetterment to what we're doing? What's our aim, and how that change is gonna be better? If that change is better for yourself to make things better for us, that's a good change.
But one of them make it better for themselves.
And it doesn't have nothing to do with you?
Yeah.
Then I have to make a decision if the change that you're willing to make is going to be comfortable with me understanding your change, to understand the change, to move forward. Because I might say, you know what, I don't agree to that. But it's going to change you to make you better. to enhance
Make you feel better, yeah.
then I gotta accept it and understand you, but I don't have to agree with it, and vice versa.
So you don't have to like the change.
Don't have to, but change is change. I have to accept it because you feel that's gonna be what it takes for you to change.
Right, if it's gonna make you a better person, I'm with it.
Right,
Any
but I don't want to
change-
hear nothing.
If the
I don't want to
change
hear
make
nothing
you a
about
better person, I'm with it.
Right, but I don't want to hear nothing that you thought that because everybody is famous. People in life is famous for this. And hear me out, Retro World. What might be good change for me, not might be good change for the other. So I can be having a normal conversation with a human being and they'll say, you know what I did moving forward, I did X, Y, and Z. Right? Down to something that's taking a supplement. I take so and so and so and so, and yo, it changed everything about me, man. I feel better in the morning. You willing to listen to that change because that person is telling you about that change, but you're gonna try because that person, you might look up to that person. That might be something to make you think, like, damn, they did it, I could do it. Now, do you say, hey, you know what? They said it. It's gotta work because they said it. B, I'ma do it because it makes sense and it sounds like it's something to do. Or C, you know what? I'm gonna just be real and say, well, you know what? That don't sound like nothing I'm interested in, but I'm gonna look into it so I can make that change. But you notice Michael Jackson said, God rest his soul, man in the mirror, make that change. You look in the mirror and you look and say to yourself, you have to look into yourself. And you know what's crazy? You know, no matter how much we talk, Blow, it all comes back to that point. Get in tune with yourself. Because in order to make change, you have to be in tune with yourself.
So let me ask a question.
Agree or disagree?
Agree. Absolutely. You gotta be good. And that goes with loving yourself. You gotta love yourself. Once you love and accept who you are, you go tweak and make all the changes you need.
And I'm gonna keep it a buck.
But
you know what?
I'm
gonna keep it a buck because I'm about to say some wild shit, but it's true. Just because, you got men that masturbate, you into yourself. You got women that masturbate, they into themselves. That don't mean you into yourself. All right?
What the fuck?
No, because I'm real shit. Because I'm saying that because people. No, I came up the out back to the joint because it's the truth. See, people differentiate.
You just fucked me up though, because I just had.
No, because people differentiate. Because people differentiate. Because we always around.
But that's not how that's changed.
No, what I'm saying is, being into yourself don't mean because you into yourself. Into yourself is mentally. You know what I'm saying? Not physical. Intimate, like mentally challenged, like
you channeling your insides.
Right.
You into your.
Because some people will say, I'm into myself. I don't need this. I'm into myself. That's not always true. You need to be into yourself intellectually. Intellectual into yourself. You know what? I know what makes me. I know what make. No. Stimulation.
Before I forget.
You. All right.
Because
I'm not gonna lose my thought. But right to ball, y'all get where I'm going with it.
Yeah,
but go ahead, brother.
Yeah, because because you flip me with the NT shit. With the masturbate, and I'm like,
no, because people say that they into themselves because of that. It's bigger than being into yourself with that.
No, they say they're in tune with themselves.
Yeah, no.
Sexually.
No.
But they will put a title on it.
Yeah, they will. Right. But they will say, but people will say, I know myself. I love myself.
I know my body. Yeah,
right. And they'll correlate all that. It's deeper than all that. It's deeper than all that.
Some people don't know how to explain themselves. But with this change shit, I just got to get this in with this change shit because it's in my mind. I want to know, do people hold back from changing because they scared that the other person won't accept it? Because I don't feel that's cool. I think there's a lot of people in situations that want to change, but they scared that the person with them is not going to be in tune or willing to accept the change. So then you're not really fully being yourself. Like, dude, who changes and say, I don't give a fuck what they feel?
Well, It depends on the change. It depends on what.
No, but change is change, and that go for men and women. Because men might want to do certain shit. They might want to switch up and change certain shit. But with the person they with, they be like, I know how they are. They ain't gonna accept that shit. Like I do this shit, then we gonna be arguing. You know what I'm saying?
That makes sense.
So is it healthy to hold back on changes that's gonna better yourself?
No, I think you should. If you want to change.
You know what I'm saying? Because they securities might not be on the same level as your securities. You know what I'm saying? You might be willing to accept the change, but you know the person you were not willing to accept change.
So I think change.
How do you think people walk around not accepting, like holding back from changing?
Look, you know what? No, Shazy, and I'm.
That's my opinion, bro.
And I tell you right now, you know, I'm gonna be like a kid and wrap it up soon. But I tell you what I will say, in my opinion, and it's my opinion. It could be some fact correlated to it. Red Chuck, well, y'all mentioned if it's fact or opinion, but I'm gonna tell you what I feel. 9 times out of 10, 10 times out of 1,000, if you're making change for yourself, it's always gonna be in tune with making change with someone that you're in tune with. Because think about it, if you do certain things that is not accepted and it's being spoken about, you're gonna have to find a way to make a change to help and better the situation.
I'm talking about when you got a personal change. This is a personal decision in your life.
That you
like we all hit ages where we want to make changes. Like they got midlife crisis.
Well, if you're gonna make the change, you're gonna make the change, and you're gonna stick with your change. And you know what? If you're willing to let whatever your change do, like to affect whatever you feel, if it's really meant to be and it's really meant to work out for you, the change that you make, the person's gonna understand your change.
I think people,
and then you know what? It may not be good for them. It's good for you. It's 1,000 ways to skin a cat. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, so let's say this, and I'm gonna keep it thick because I'm gonna start wrapping it up. It's the same as like eating habits. You got a lot of people in this world that be like, yo, you know what? I'm not eating meat no more, but I might like meat. But your significant other might be like, yo, I'm not eating meat no more, but you like meat. Yeah, it might be an adjustment like a motherfucker.
That's two different menus, that's all.
Right. But you might be like, damn, I remember when we used to eat meat together. That was our shit.
Right.
We go to the steakhouse, man. Yo, we order the Porter, man, Johnson J.
Yeah.
Yo, we talk about that steak, man.
It's a change.
Now I'm like this, damn, man.
I can't really share that steak with you.
I ain't gonna be able to do that no more because I made a change. Right. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck out of here, man. That's some bullshit.
It's part of accepting.
It's part of accepting, but it could intermediately it change the dynamic of the relationship. But if you're willing to accept change to make it better, then you're gonna say, you know what? Yeah, if that's what you want to do, go for it.
Because you'll accept it if it's gonna make that other person better, a better person.
Now I'm gonna keep it up. If you gonna stop eating steak and that's gonna stop you from arguing with me all the time, then I'm gonna say stop eating steak. If that's gonna better the situation for you to stop fucking with me, stop the steak. Now I'm getting out of it. Now I'm gonna say.
I'll just say.
If that's gonna stop the bullshit,
I know I
don't
stop.
Eat the steak.
I don't eat no meat at all. Pescatarian. All I eat is fish. I don't eat shellfish either. Have I enjoyed steaks? I love steak.
That was actually real, but a joke.
That's
real shit.
I love steak.
If it's gonna do anything to help out the situation,
I love burgers.
For us to elevate.
I want to touch on that shit you said because I do. I get what you say because it's a real situation.
And I'm gonna cool it down because
the steak and eating the meat and all that, it do change the situation. Like I said, I'm a pescatarian. I don't eat meat no more, so I don't have them luxuries out going to the steakhouse like we used to or eating certain meals that I used to. And it caused change, but they was willing to accept my change because it made me better. It made me feel better. So if the change makes the opposite person feel better, support it on either side. Even if I might not see the big picture, but I can see that it really makes them happy, you gotta go with the change.
It depends.
I mean, if we talking financially and you gonna fuck the bag up and the bread, that's different.
It depends.
But if your change, you know why you gotta support the change? Because you gonna support my change.
Not all the way.
So you gotta lead by
Not
example.
always. That's not
That's
true.
my personal opinion. I like to lead by example. So if I support your change, and I support it, when my change get involved, and you feel that, and you see that it makes me happy, it's gonna make me a better person. What I want to do, support my change. In a perfect world, it will.
That ain't gonna be the case, bro.
But sometimes it is. Sometimes it is. Sometimes you get situated. They accept it. Say like, all right, do your thing. I'm with you. You get situations like that. That's my personal opinion.
Yeah, well.
That's bread. That's low to the bread opinion.
Well, I'm gonna try to wrap this up, man. I'm gonna get my jewel today, and I'm gonna just say this, and I'm gonna get right to it. Bottom line is, what I eat don't make you shit, and vice versa. But at the same time, if you're willing to make change for yourself first, and then you're willing to make change for the significant other second, then the significant other would be willing to make a change as long as the change will better the situation that's at hand. So if the change that's being dealt, the change that's being put forth is going to better and elevate our lives and what we're doing to better ourselves so we can get in a better space in life, then I'm all for it. If the change that's being made that's going to benefit yourself, then you stay with what you feel is going to benefit yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. The change that I feel to be benefit myself I'm going to stay with it because that's the change I feel that's going to better myself because I want to better myself. But in retrospect, when you're dealing with individuals, whether it's a team, a business, or whatever you're doing, change should have no egos, nor should not always have an opinion. It should be correlated in a fact-finding area where we can come together to make it work for each other. Your change, my change together, we can get to the chip. And that's real shit. And that's what I feel, and I'm not gonna change how I look at it. Because that's real shit. That's how I feel.
My jewel's simple. I think with change comes understanding, compromise, listening, maturity, and open-mindedness. Like, so if you come and you present a change, just don't do it abruptly. Sometimes you gotta ease your change into certain individuals, companies, people, whatever. Unless you a sole boss. I'm a sole boss of a company or a situation. My change is my change because it's mine. I own it. I don't need no opinions when I want to make that change. But when it's the collective agreement and it's a collective situation, relationships, business, and everything, change comes with a conversation and communicating and presenting your change. And have the same understanding for their change as you would for your change. Like when you present your change and the way you want them to understand where you coming from, have that same understanding when they bring that change. You gotta be open-minded and look at the big picture. Might not agree with all the changes, but man, sometimes the changes is what it is, and sometimes it make the team win. So that's my just be open-minded and listen. Before you talk, listen. And hear the change and just run it through your mind and just hear where they coming from. And you can give your opinion, then you get, you know what I'm saying? Anything comes with opinions. It's like everybody got an opinion like an asshole. We all got assholes, we all got opinions. That's what it is. But
Next time,
till
everybody.
next time, man. Next Sunday,
Appreciate
man.
y'all, man.
Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Bread Talk family.
Keep all that energy positive, man.
Keep it positive. Keep getting to it.
Don't let
Keep
nobody swipe your
striving.
ATM card.
Let's
man.
win. Let's work. Let's
That's-
take
that's-
over the fucking world,
That's
man.
what we doing, man. And that's the aim of the goal, man.
That's it, man.
You know what I'm talking about? Ain't nothing to it but to do it.
Take
Teamwork
care of
make the
your
dream work.
families, man.
Teamwork make the dream work. And I must say, because I always got to end the show with saying this, thank y'all, who's y'all that tapped in, subscribe, new subscribers, new viewers,
And leave
subscribe.
comments, man.
Leave
We need
comments.
feedback. We need to know what's going on,
I need
man.
to know the feedback.
Yo, we need feedback.
Like the show, don't like the show, like the show.
Whatever y'all hit, thumbs up, thumbs down. Leave a comment. Let us know what we need to work on to make a better show for y'all, man.
And salute Potato Love. Salute Potato Love, as always.
Potato Love, what up?
Appreciate your support.
Lady Love,
Thank
what
you for
up?
everything. Sis, what's good? Everything is good. So, till the next time, y'all.
Next time, man. 8 a.m. next Sunday.
God bless y'all.
Tap in. It's free 99, baby. Cost you.
Salute.